Hey guys, we have a really exciting video this morning. Want to demonstrate a new product here that our friends over at Arccaptain sent us to try out. And this thing is called the MIG 250. It's their multi-process welder off of Arccaptain's website. You can go check it out. I'll put the link in the description below. They have MIG and TIG and plasma. They have welders that are more expensive. They have welders that are a little cheaper. This welder here, it's right around the $500 range. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to put a link in the description below or at the end of the video here for you to where you can save a little bit more money on this welder. And one really cool thing about Arccaptain is they offer a 2-year warranty on their product. If anything happens to it, it breaks, you can reach back out to them and they'll replace it. $500 for a 2-year warranty. Guys, you cannot beat that at all. So just kind of a brief overview. I done an unboxing video last week before we went out of town, and we had some audio issues and some camera issues with the unboxing video. But today we're not going to worry about such an unboxing video. A video more about the details of the machine and some more action video. But really quickly, I'm going to show you what came in the box. Obviously, we had the MIG 250 multi-process digital welder. It's got a digital LED screen here on the front with all the settings, the parameters, the different modes. It came with a 10-foot heavy-duty dual swivel MIG torch here. This is a very heavy-duty. It doesn't feel like the cheap, just the cheap old plastic junk that you get from a lot of the other cheap welders. This is actually a good feeling heavy-duty torch. Excited about that. It does have the swivel on both ends, the dual swivels, to try to eliminate any binds or kinks you may have as far as your flexibility of your work goes. A multi-process welder, so it does come with a stinger for your stick welding. It's just a quick half twist lock, connects into the machine. Your ground clamp comes with extra rollers. You got a knurled roller, a V-groove and a U-groove roller for your different wires. And it's got different size rollers, different size tips there, a couple extra tips, and then just a little standard wrench there to change your tips, your diffusers out. This adapter here to change it over adapt it down from the 220 plug that's wired into the machine down to the 110 plug. Auto darkening welding hood. Was not expecting this, it just showed up, so excited to try that out. It's got a bunch of different settings over here as far as your sensitivity. You can speed it up, you can slow it down, you can adjust how sensitive it is as far as your minimum or your maximum. Then on this side, it's got the 3 different settings for your grind, your cut, your weld, and then it's got the shade of darkness that you have. It came with a nice little carrying case there or a storage bag for the helmet to keep it nice and protected. It did come with extra lens for the front as well as the inside and a couple extra batteries over there in the box. Tried this machine out before we went on vacation the other day, and I just quickly welded up some DOM tubing the other day, just trying it out, and did not mess with any settings, did not do really a whole lot of research on the settings, but I have learned there is a ton of settings you can change in here. You've got different parameter settings. You can change your post flow, your pre-flow, for your argon, if you use TIG welding or something. You can change your burn back on your wire, how much wire is sticking out once you release the trigger after you finished a weld. Those are things that, it's going to take some time to play with and mess with, but those are things that really could come in handy at certain places. There's a spot weld setting so that when you're spot welding, say if you're making patch panels for body panels or something and you're going through making spot welds, it keeps all the spot welds uniform and symmetrical all the way from front to back, from first one to the last one. It's got a really neat feature there. It's got a sync feature there that you can turn it on where it automatically syncs your wire feed, your wire speed, and your amps or your voltage together there, so that you don't have to sit there and calculate and say, well, I need this much wire speed for this amount of voltage or whatever. It automatically does it for you. So it takes a lot of the guesswork out. It's a lot user friendly. The other day when I plugged it up, I literally plugged this thing into the wall, and I wish that video worked, but I literally plugged it in the wall, turned the machine on, and got to welding. Another really cool thing that I like about this machine is the internal fan. Like our older machines here, the fan is constantly running. If you had the power button on, the fan is running, it's loud. You know, it's not a big deal really, but if you're trying to film or something, you got that buzzing sound in the background, that fan gets a little annoying. But this fan here is automatic. So when you crank the machine on, I think the fan will kick on for just a second and it'll shut off if the machine's cool. But say you're tacking these tubes together here like we are on this chassis, and you're going back and forth, you're cutting one, you're notching it, tacking it back and forth. When you make that weld, the machine will cut on, the fan will kick on, and once the machine gets cooled back down, the fan will actually kick off. So it is very handy to have. Like I said, 500 bucks, we're gonna get in here. I got some 1/8 inch angle iron cut there, just in some standard strips. We're gonna try to weld them up, see what it looks like. We're gonna try that sync mode there and go from there. Hey, I'm just worried about showing the user-friendly, how user-friendly this thing is. It's already set up, it's pretty much ready to go. I got my gas connected, I got the power connected. I'm gonna flip the switch on, I'm gonna show you this LED screen here on the front. You hear the, nope, no fan, yep, there's the fan. Fan will kick on, it'll sense that the machine's not hot. In just a second. And the fan kicks off. Like I said in the video earlier, that's kind of nice having video equipment going. So you have this LED screen. Right here you can see your voltage, you can see your inches per minute for your wire speed. You can see that it's connected to 220 volts. Right now it's in the MIG setting. One thing I want to point out that I really like is this right here. I don't know if you can see that really good in the video or not, but that is a light. So you can see in here, it's your rollers. You can see all the internals and everything, make sure everything's where all the settings need to be. So I did lie to you. I told you this was 3/16 material. It's not. This is I told you this was 1/8 material. It's actually not. This is 3/16 angle aluminum, or angle iron, angle steel. Man, I'll get it right in just a minute, guys. So what I'm gonna do is I've just knocked some of the surface rust off of these. I'm just gonna kind of set them up in some different variations. Maybe butt weld some like that right there. Maybe the next two I might just weld them on top of one another and just kind of demonstrate a couple of different welds for you. Straight out of the box, no settings adjusted or nothing. That's just what the welder itself picked. I went by the chart on the side, which recommended 21 volts for about 3/16 material. So let's 23 volts to see what the difference is here. So I think that actually looked a little bit better there. Obviously over here it didn't. I got it when I first struck it off, the piece moved. So the weld flattened out really nice and even there. You can see it pulled out. Nice consistent weld all the way down. 250 amps, 28 volts. Let's see what happens. Battery. She done it. but it was definitely trying to burn through, for sure. Nonetheless, it's definitely capable of 250 amps. Nice even weld. Once again, that's the smart weld technology there. That's where you basically just turn your machine on, set it, and forget it. You can see where I played with the welder the other day. We're just gonna tack it for school purposes. Let's dial it back down to about 18 volts to see what happens. Definitely think it can be a little bit hotter. The weld's kind of pulled up there, it's not burning in. Let's crank it up to 19 volts. A little bit better. Starting to pull out a lot more evenly. Flip it on this side and we'll crank it up to 20. I believe that's it right there. I don't know if you could hear the bacon sizzling sound, but the weld, it's not concaved up. It's nice and flat. It's pulled out pretty evenly. The penetration on that side. You got your MMA setting, which I demonstrated earlier on that square tube. You got your lift start TIG, but you have to buy the leads and all that separate. You got your spool MIG for like aluminum welding, etc. And then you're back to your standard MIG welding. Now, what I smashed a second ago was this SYN button. That just goes to where you can select your well, that's your 2T and your 4T. That's your flux. You got all of your settings there as far as your argons and everything. Then you can change your wire thickness, 023, 030, 035, and 040. Alright, so there you have it, guys. This little Arccaptain MIG 250 from Arccaptain. The link will be in the description below. Nice little welder for you guys if you're looking to get into metal fabrication. I believe it could be useful for people that are absolutely have no experience whatsoever as far as metal fabrication and turning a welder on. Very simple. They come with a detailed instruction book on how to get you through all the settings, and I'm gonna have to sit down and look through that instruction book myself to see what more of those different parameters and different settings are, just to get it dialed in just absolute perfect. But if you don't have any clue on what you're doing as far as welding or setting up a welder, I believe you can't go wrong with this little machine here. It's literally plug and play. If you're an experienced welder, I think you could still go, you still could gain from this machine. Absolutely. Like I said, it's got a lot of stuff in there that our older Lincoln there don't have. And the gun is more heavy duty feeling. I do like the fact that you can set how much wire burn back you have after you finish a weld. I like the fact that it's got that smart sync technology where you set your wire thickness, set your you basically just looking at your voltage, and it sets your wire speed or your amperage there to control the wire speed pretty much automatically. All you do is plug and play, and you point, shoot, and weld. So if you're in the market for a little welder here, check out Arccaptain. Link will be in the description below. We're going to put a code right down here in the bottom of the video that you can put into your checkout. That way you get another percentage off that you can get off of the already very reasonably priced Arccaptain MIG 250 welder. Once again, we want to say thank you to Arccaptain for partnering with us. Thank you to everyone who supports this channel. Hit that like, share, comment button. Comment down below if there's something else you'd like to see us do with that little welder. I did say I was going to go out and try to find some thin metal, sheet metal, do some spot weld testing. Don't have any on hand right now, but hopefully during the future you can see me utilize that as far as some spot welding techniques. You're definitely going to see me using it more in the continued build of our chassis here. We'll keep using that and keep dialing in the settings, getting everything adjusted just right. I'm looking forward to it, excited about it. Once again, thank you to Arccaptain. Thank you to every one of you. Hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.